speaking of gaming, so we were talking about Razer earlier. So the company is known for gaming peripherals, from their keyboard, mouse, headphones, all of that. Now with the pandemic, they've introduced a new product, which is a N95 face mask, which is totally different to what we're accustomed, with the breathing gear and so forth. So obviously they put a twist in their face mask here. So let's see here. Oops, what the heck is it? There you go. I thought lost it. Anyway, so uh so Razer is betting on a future in personal safety gear, as mentioned. So they've called it the Project Hazel N95 facial respirator. So according to the CEO, Min Liang Tan, they were thinking, is there a concept that this is a concept project and this is going to be relevant when vaccinations and everything has been rolled out? And also stating that thinking forward, we decided, and I can tell you now, we're going to proceed in making it in reality and ship the smart mask. Now, obviously, moving forward, whether everyone's vaccinated in the near future, obviously people will still be cautious in terms of wearing protective gear, as mentioned, at the very least wearing a face mask. Now, obviously, this would be a culture shift, similarly how the Japanese citizens, in terms of being, what do you call this? Being polite in terms of covering their face if they're not feeling well. Will this be the new norm for other countries? We have to wait and see. But again, Razer is betting that, companies, or they're betting that the new normal would still require people to wear masks in everyday usage here. So they've realized that even with vaccinations, we are hearing you still have to be masked up, because there is still the risk factor that even if you're vaccinated, you still you want to be incredibly careful here, which, and as mentioned, there are many countries who still a year or two off from being fully naming our country to be one, and there were plans that the vaccinations will arrive sometime later this year, and until when everyone gets vaccinated, who knows, next year or a year or two, as mentioned. Now, the key feature that's interesting here for the protective mask here is the transparent feature internal LED. So you can see the lower portion here. So it will be transparent, so you can see the mouth of any individual who's using it, so you can understand or see, or mouth read lips in terms of how that person is speaking. Now, it uses replaceable filters and rechargeable ventilators on its 2 respiration pods, so you can adjust the amount of airflow here. Now, the pads have audio processing algorithms built in to make your voice sound clearer and not more natural. Now, would it sound like a Darth Vader? I am your father, something like that. Obviously, it would be muffled in a sense. Obviously, if you're wearing a mouthpiece in front of your mouth. So, question is, how effective would this be? So, let's see if they have another photo here. Nope, they don't have another photo here. So it would be interesting to see if it would sell well in the marketplace here. So question is, would you be interested to buy their products here? Now, even if they looks cool, obviously this is geared more for gaming, aficionados. Now, the mask also features active ventilation and auto sterilization. So you just have to charge it wirelessly, and it has a UV sterilizer. So it would be safe, so you can reuse it over and over again here. Now, would I buy it? Not really. I'm assuming it's going to be expensive with all the features that they mentioned here.